What's up guys, I am in Larnaca in Cyprus here, just chilling a bit on my holidays. Gonna go explore a little bit, so come visit things with me. Let's check it out. Hey guys, and welcome back to the next video in my travel vlog series from summer 2022. For those of you that follow my channel and my uploads, you'll have seen that I was in Paris where I talked to my friend about his new apartment that he bought, and I was also in Bulgaria, mainly spending time in the city of Sofia, exploring and learning about Bulgaria. And to round out this mini vlog series from my travels this summer, I'm going to be sharing my trip to Cyprus with you guys. Similar to as I explained in my Bulgaria video, I'd never been to Cyprus before, and I was really eager to explore outside of Western Europe. So Cyprus being very close to the Middle East actually, I was very eager to go and explore its unique culture, its history, and also enjoy some time in the sun and on the beach. So without further ado, let me tell you about my trip to Cyprus. For those of you that have never heard of Cyprus before, it's an island in the Mediterranean, very close to the Middle East actually. If you are flying from say Israel or Lebanon, you can get to Cyprus in about 30 minutes. And that really surprised me because I knew Cyprus was kind of far, but I didn't realize how close to the Middle East it actually was. So fun geographical fact there. The island has a very long and interesting history, which we'll touch on as we go further through the video. But essentially, the Republic of Cyprus is a member of the EU and joined in 2004, and also uses the euro as its currency. And in the Republic of Cyprus, Greek is the official language, but there are also many people who do speak English as well. And having spent 3 days in Bulgaria on quite a busy schedule with a lot of activities and a lot of exploring, the plan in Cyprus was essentially to slow down and use this portion of my holiday to relax and enjoy the experience of being there. So I'm going to share with you my experience in Cyprus, what I saw, what I visited, but at the same time how I managed to disconnect and unwind, and why I thought Cyprus was a great destination for me to do this. So let's go. Don't forget, whether you made it abroad this year and managed to get a holiday abroad, or whether you're having a holiday in your home country, or even just a staycation, you know, something close to home, do make sure that you take some time to relax and get a break this summer, because you know it's been a tough year for everybody. I know for myself it's been really tough, but you know, rest is really important. It helps us recover and it helps us go back to doing our best work. So yeah, definitely make sure you get some rest. So something I like to do when I go traveling is really just try to integrate into my surroundings, almost as if I was living there. What that allows me to do is completely disconnect from my reality and fully embrace a change of scenery and enjoy it while I'm there. And what I mean by this is just embracing like the little things, like being able to go to a local supermarket, eating stuff that local people eat and eating at times that local people eat, enjoying the scenery, learning about the culture. Honestly, these all seem like little things, and they may even seem a little bit silly, but if you really embrace them and try and embrace every different aspect of the place where you're going on holiday, it totally allows you to free up your mind and create a brand new experience, which is what holidays and travel is all about at the end of the day. It's about creating memories and creating experiences. So by doing that and really trying to embrace the place where you're going, it allows you to create those fantastic memories. In my case in Cyprus, the place where I was staying for the majority of my holiday was Larnaca, which is one of the coastal cities in Cyprus. So I was only about a 15-20 minute walk from the beach. So, you know, I would often go to the beach, enjoy the sun, swim in the sea, get an ice cream at one of the shops that was near the sea. But you know, as well, I would go to this local supermarket, buy stuff from there, check out the price of the items. There is a shopping mall in Larnaca as well, which was really cool. So I paid a visit to the mall. And this all sounds like typical holiday stuff. And what I'm about to say leads nicely into the next point that I'm about to make, is that I really just allowed myself to enjoy being in the moment and enjoy that experience. So with that said, the next thing that I did to make sure that I could fully enjoy and benefit from this experience was to keep myself busy, but not too busy. Something I've learned from traveling over the years is that planning is really good because it means that you can see a lot of stuff. However, if you take this planning very seriously, that's to say you have a very rigid plan, for example, or you try to cram a lot of activities in over 1, 2 or several days, There's two things that happen. The first is that you actually end up more tired than you were at the beginning of the trip, which with my goal being to, relax, unwind, it's not something I wanted to do. But it also means you don't enjoy the experiences to the full while you're in them, because you're constantly thinking about the next thing that you got to do and the next thing and the next thing. So you don't really get the time to enjoy the experience that you're currently in. You're always thinking about the next thing. So Cyprus being a fantastic destination with restaurants, with the beach, with the sea, but also a really rich cultural history. What I really did was I planned out what days I wanted to do certain stuff. So I would often have maybe one day of activities and doing stuff. For example, I went to Nicosia one day, but made sure that the day before was a relaxed day. So there were many days of my holiday where I'd simply go for a walk, I would sit on the beach, relax, go for a swim in the sea, and just take it easy, and maybe, later go for a trip to the mall, eat out at a restaurant. So I would make sure that a day like this would take place before the day that I go to the capital city of Nicosia in Cyprus, which is a very, very fascinating place. Now, I won't go too much into the situation on the island of Cyprus, but Nicosia, the capital of Cyprus, is the last divided capital in the world. In Nicosia, by walking down Ledra Street, you can cross what is known as the Green Line. And as there's a lot of information on the internet as to how this green line came about, I'll leave you guys to do the research on that. Now, another important step that helped me completely disconnect from worry and stress and anxiety was having my budget laid out before I got to Cyprus. So before I even got on the plane from Sofia to Larnaca, I more or less knew in my head what I could afford to spend and what I couldn't really afford to spend when I was in Cyprus. And as I had that planned out previously, I had it in my head. So whenever I made a decision to buy something in Cyprus, I simply knew yes or no, I can afford this. I didn't have to worry about, oh, can I afford this? Can I not afford this? What's the impact going to be on my financial situation if I do this? I already knew what the impact was going to be because I had it planned out. So by going with a financial plan, with a budget before you go on holiday, it will really, really take away some of the financial stress and worry that can come as a result of being on holiday. Thanks to laying out my budget before, I was able to go to a restaurant and eat out without feeling guilty about it. I was able to spend money on gifts for family and friends. Another practical tip that might help you with this is that a lot of online banking apps now will allow you to set up savings pots or put money aside or create pockets. And that will essentially act as like a sinking fund which you can use for your holiday, and that is your dedicated spend money. So you know that you can't spend over what you've planned by setting up these pockets or these savings pots. And one of the apps that I use that allows you to set up such pockets is Vivid. Now Vivid is something that has accompanied me throughout my travels. It's been great. You can set up those pockets that can help you stick to your travel budget. You've also got very competitive exchange rates on foreign currency and the option to hold multiple currencies within your Vivid account at the time. And if you spend with your Vivid card outside of the Eurozone, if you have a Prime subscription, you'll get 2% cash back, or if you have a normal subscription, you'll still get 1% cash back. So really interesting offer. If you're interested in learning more or signing up, I'll leave my sign up link in the video description along with a video that explains how Vivid works in more detail. And finally, I made sure that I saw people and interacted with people. Now, I had a couple of friends who were in Cyprus at the time, so I went and visited those friends. And actually also from going to a bar one night just for a quick drink, I actually became friends with a local bartender who was a really cool guy. As someone with a busy mind that has a tendency to overthink, worry, stress unnecessarily, then by being around friends, it either allows you to share your concerns with them and it helps you to put it into perspective by hearing someone else's opinion, or by simply being with friends and talking and having a conversation and having a good time, you forget about those things and you just focus, as I say, on living in the moment. I said this in my Bulgaria video and I'll repeat it in this video. Having friends or local contacts in a place make for some of the best travel experiences. So I really, really loved my time in Cyprus. It was a wonderful place to visit. I'll definitely be going back to Cyprus. And if you haven't been to Cyprus, then there are a multitude of reasons why you should go. First of all, its climate is probably one of the best in the world. Though there are seasons, the winters tend to be very mild and the island sees about 350 days of sunshine per year, which is fantastic. Second, the Cypriot people are very hospitable, very friendly people. A lot of them speak very good English as well. And as I alluded to earlier, the island has a very rich and fascinating culture and history around it. It's not every day that you can go to a church and in that church is the tomb of a person that is mentioned in the Bible. And alongside the fantastic weather, the history and the culture of the island and the people, there are a lot of things going for Cyprus in terms of development and growth as well, which, like Bulgaria, could also make it a possible destination for freelancers and digital nomads. Something that I could not help but notice in Cyprus is that there appears to be a massive real estate boom going on right now. There are tons and tons of new build properties either being finalized, in the planning stages, or currently under construction on the island. You can see them pretty much everywhere, whether you're in Larnaca, whether you're in Paphos, whether you're in Limassol, whether you're in Nicosia. And if I'm not mistaken, real estate actually makes up a quite significant percentage of Cyprus's GDP, so it is attracting a lot of investment. I had a brief discussion with a real estate agent in Larnaca out of curiosity to learn a bit more about this, and it turns out that they are developing a massive new marina in Larnaca, and the idea is that this is going to be something fantastic and spectacular. So a lot of properties being built in that location are expected to massively increase in value over the next 5 to 10 years upon the development and the completion of that marina project. And if you're a foreigner, that's to say you don't hold a Cypriot passport, there is a special tax regime called the non-dom regime, which will essentially provide you some tax savings compared to the standard income tax regime in Cyprus. And it's something that a lot of entrepreneurs, freelancers, and small businesses do. So Cyprus could be a place to consider if you're a freelancer and a digital nomad and you're looking for a new adventure in Europe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and the rest of the videos in this mini travel series. Leave a comment and let me know which one was your favorite, and have you been to Cyprus or would you like to go there? I'll see you on the next one, and let's get this money.